For this assignment, you are going to outline your rhetorical analysis essay where you are going to show how you are planning your paper. So as a reminder, you are required to use the organizational pattern that is mandated. So that means you'll have an introductory paragraph, your body paragraphs in the following order. You can switch up whether you're talking about ethos, pathos, or logos first, but your first body paragraph has to be about who the audience is and how you know, and then a conclusion paragraph. To complete your outline, you will download this document to do it. I do, however, want to draw your attention to the sample outline because it does a nice job. It also goes with the sample essay that we went over for the rhetorical analysis essay topic page. So if you haven't watched that video, haven't looked at that sample essay, please go do that. But here is the essay outline. It starts with topic, and I say include a link to the commercial or picture of your ad here. All the student does is provide that YouTube link so that I can access the ad. When I grade these, full disclosure, I read through what you have to say. You provide the timestamps for your specific examples, and I go watch those examples and say, oh, yep, the student is choosing examples wisely, or no, the student is not, and this needs to be reworked. All right. So then the next thing I ask for is the thesis. Obviously, when you write your full paper, you will have a full introductory paragraph. But for me and for the purpose of this assignment right now, all I want to see is that you can write a one-sentence effective thesis. This student does a pretty good job of this. You'll notice on her final draft of her paper, it's been tweaked a little bit, but she says through e.l.f. Cosmetics' convincing use of the rhetorical appeals, they effectively persuade makeup lovers to purchase their beauty products. This is ultimately doing what I've asked, is taking a position that the ad is effectively persuading the audience. It identifies who the audience is, which is makeup lovers, and it tells me how, through the convincing use of the rhetorical appeals. So it has all the required parts. It doesn't use a list. It is a really nice thesis for the most part. Then, for each body paragraph, I ask you for a couple of things: the topic sentence for the paragraph and just the evidence you are going to use. So she provides her first topic sentence. e.l.f. launches an influential commercial by thoroughly understanding their audience of beauty enthusiasts want clean, affordable products. This topic sentence is identifying who the audience is and how we know. And then it provides two examples that support this topic sentence. Now, when you go look at that sample essay, you'll notice that she uses these examples, but there's lots of context of her explaining why those particular examples work, what it's showing about the audience, how we come to understand who the audience is because of these examples. Also notice here, she's using the direct quotes from the commercial along with the timestamps. Now, a quick correction here, the timestamps for this should look like this because it's a continuous 32 to 35 seconds. So it's in the 32 to 35 second mark, which means that we don't have any minutes indicated or any hours indicated. This is what a correct timestamp should look like. You will want yours to look this way. Now, I want to be clear here. Notice that it's the example and the timestamp. This is important for two reasons. First, it makes grading faster for me. Second, it's showing that you know how to include the citation per MLA guidelines for examples from a multimedia video. And in addition, it's helping me know exactly where to go so that I can see, yes, this works, or no, it doesn't. So it's helping your viewer, your reader out. Then in her next body paragraph, she says the e.l.f. advertisement strategically uses logos to persuade cosmetic users by presenting the compelling benefits of buying their makeup. Then again, we have two pieces of evidence. There are two quotes from the advertisement along with those timestamps. Notice that she's not summarizing what the commercial is doing. She's giving specific points. That is what is expected of you. I expect that. I expect the timestamps. So please make sure you're doing that when you complete this assignment. She does the same thing for the next body paragraph. Additionally, e.l.f. uses celebrity endorsement and their brand reputation to assist in building their credibility. We get to see an example of that. Of both of those We have the timestamps. Then we have finally, pathos is used to highlight the positives of their makeup quality to beauty consumers, making users feel good about choosing their products. And again, we have our examples. Then we have a full conclusion paragraph. And you may say, well, you don't want my full intro. Why do you want my full conclusion? Largely because students really typically struggle writing conclusion paragraphs. So this is a good opportunity for me to see where you're at and to give you a few pointers to make it stronger when you submit your paper final. You'll notice that if you compare this conclusion paragraph to the one that the student submitted for her final draft, there are some differences. So you might have a look at those and see what it is that she did differently, how she did it differently, that sort of thing. Overall, this is an effective rhetorical analysis outline. It has all the components that I'm looking for. The expectation is that yours looks a lot like this sample, but let me say something very clearly to you. Sometimes students see a sample and then they start taking on the sentence structure and wording that someone else used and just pop in their brand and their audience and that sort of thing. That does not fly. That's called cheating. You need to use your own wording in a way that indicates how you would write about it. But the general ideas here, the way that it's presented, does in fact work nicely. I hope this video helps. If you have any questions or need any help, just let me know.